Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wheeland. I'm an author, game designer, and professional nerd, and this is Theater of the Mind Players. We are currently playing Delta Green role-playing from the fine folks at Arc Dream Publishing, and we are in the middle of a storyline entitled A Resection of Time. If you haven't already watched the earlier episodes, go back and do those, just so that you get a better context of the characters, the storyline, and what's going on. When we last left T-Cell, they had just had a strange encounter in the home of one Kyle Woodson, a archaeologist that they had been assigned to investigate because he had died under some strange circumstances. Now, we left T-Cell kind of on the run because they had a slight dead body problem to deal with. But before we get into that, I want to do a little rules thing here. So one of the differences between the Delta Green rule set and the Call of Cthulhu rule set, they are very similar. Delta Green was a Call of Cthulhu source book back in the day, but the sanity rules, in addition to showing how, characters adapt to experiences with the unnatural, they also deal with how characters adapt to, I should say, violence. And we just had a very violent moment where there were gunshots, somebody got stabbed, and a lot of
someone almost fell off a roof.
Oh, someone almost fell off a roof. So what I would like the new agents to do, those new agents being Typo, Time Bomb, and Tugboat, give me a sanity roll.
Rob, can you say those code names 10 times fast?
Yes, those code names 10 times fast.
Damn it.
Hey.
Ultimate
Would I
dad
be
joke.
considered a new agent?
All right, let me know if you succeeded or failed.
I
succeeded.
failed.
Okay,
Failed.
so Typo and Tugboat, you both lose 1 sanity point. Time Bomb, if you look down at the bottom of the sanity section, there's a little checkbox that says adapted to violence.
Yes.
Check one of those checkboxes.
Ooh, violence.
So there is a good news and a bad news element to becoming adapted to violence. The good news is that if you become adapted to violence, it doesn't bug you anymore. Like, oh yeah, I've been in a shootout a bunch of times. No problem. The downside is that you die inside and you lose points to your charisma and to each of your bonds. Now,
Well, how is that different from Sarah's normal operating?
well, Sarah has been adapted to violence. Her characters, however, so Agent Teaspoon and Agent Tower, you get a choice here. You can choose whether or not you are adapted to violence right now. Because you've been with Delta Green for so long, you have had plenty of opportunity to see people bleed out in front of you. So the advantage here is that if you choose to adapt to violence, you don't have to worry about making a sanity roll right now. If you choose to instead but you also have to lower your charisma, and you also have to damage your bonds. If you choose not to do that, you have to make a sanity roll here to see if you are to see how you're adapting to violence. Because the adaptation checks do go away if at any point you lose sanity. You lose a large amount of sanity during a violent situation. So, Teaspoon, Tower, what'll it be?
How much charisma would we be losing if we
1d6.
One step closer to being a full-time monster, Teaspoon. Oh my goodness.
A what?
A full-time monster instead of full-time current.
A what though?
A monster, Tawny. A monster. A fucking monster.
Sorry. For some reason, y'all are like breaking up every time you say something.
Don't worry, I'll text it to you later.
Okay.
Static.
All right. We're gonna roll a Labradorite die to find out because Teaspoon is definitely adapted to violence.
I think being in the military and CIA, so am I. I'm using my Necronomicon die because
Okay.
people-
I only rolled a 2.
So it's your roll, Tony.
I rolled the skull.
So
So
that's a 6.
Oh
That
no.
is a 6.
Okay.
I will say charisma was my highest, and now it's not.
Oh, mine never was. Jeez. So am I like a mute at this point?
No, it just means that you. Well, this is a good time to look at your tag, and you tell me how your bad charisma, expresses itself. Essentially, just to make sure, I want to make sure I'm doing this right.
I don't know. This sounds pretty fun to me.
Oh, Jordan's like, sign me up. I want to be a Terminator.
I'm looking for the tags right now because I want to see what they're gonna do for Tony's -4 charisma score.
Yeah, where are the tags?
I believe they are when you look at the statistics. they suggest that you choose a tag for your most.
For those of you in the book, it's on page 18.
18 or 19. So a stat below 9 or above 12 is exceptional. Spare a word or two to describe stats outside the average.
Well, mine was alluring, but I guess I need to change that.
Tony, are you unbearable now?
Probably. Hold on,
that's Stabby. Oh, Tony, sorry.
I'm still getting there. Sorry, this PDF is longer than I anticipated.
You're good. They always
actually, I'm still in the same range on this, so still alluring.
So is this from our this is from our not the multiplied by 5. This is the regular.
Yeah, this is the
okay, then. Oh no, I'm unbearable.
Oh no. Tower.
Just get a bear tattoo, it'll be fine.
Hey, remind me, Tony. I have a. If you want to talk about why you ended up this way, I have an idea, but we can talk about that off.
Why you are the way you are.
All right.
Why are you the way that you are?
So, now that you are fleeing the scene of Woodson's house, where are you going? Are you all traveling together? What is the plan here?
Well, I know we left somewhat separately, right? Because some of us took the truck full of dead body, and some of us went back to our unmarked black SUV.
Some people see it as a truck half full of a dead body. I see it as a truck half empty of a dead body.
Fair enough.
Do we know a place to take a dead body?
As a matter of fact, Tugboat, you do.
Where was the dead body in Stand By Me?
No. Tugboat is aware of a location called a green box. The green box scattered throughout the country, if not the world, are green boxes, which are a broad term that Delta Green agents use to describe a drop point / safe house, basically a place where you can take weird shit and leave it out of sight, out of mind. And in doing my research for this game, i.e. Googling for 5 minutes, I found out that San Francisco actually has a very high residential vacancy rate because it is so expensive to live in the city. It has something like, and this was before the pandemic, but I think it was something like 8% of all homes and apartments and things like that are vacant because nobody can afford them, because of the Silicon Valley driving rents up so high that everybody thinks
capitalism.
Right? Yay, capitalism! Yay! So, Tugboat, you tell me, where is the green box located? What sort of residential thing? Is it an empty house? Is it like a condo that was built that nobody moved into? Which of those do you think the green box is located?
I would say a condo with an underground parking lot. That way you can basically drive in without, getting out of the car and that kind of thing, and then being in that enclosed area. Maybe an offshoot or utility closet there has, a green box access.
Okay. So, I really like the opening, the sort of the opening shot of this episode is the camera panning across the underground parking garage, and it's Tesla, Porsche, Beamer, utility truck. And you have actually it's not like the green box is a general term. Sometimes it is literally like just a box full of stuff. Like arguably you could say that the cabin that you went to in your original case was a green box. But in this case, it is actually the full apartment, like the full condo.
Can we register this as geocaching?
Dude, it pops up on a little app. Some random tourist is like, "Oh, let's go green boxing out in San Fran."
Oh boy,
Randonautica
full of dead body.
Hey, let's open up this book and
No. It's got to be Randonautica.
Okay. There's just a skeleton with like inside with like an Ingress t-shirt on.
Dude, I'm literally wearing an Ingress t-shirt right now. God bless America.
So, you make your way into the the camera cuts to the condo, and I think it has been mildly staged in that like there is some furniture, but it is not like fully furnished. Like you've probably got like basically it's enough where you can probably, I don't know, hide out for a day or two and look over a bunch of clues that you just found, but definitely not the kind of place that you would want to like stay for an extended period of time. So there's a couch. There probably is like, if not full beds, then at least mattresses in the bedrooms. It's a 2-bedroom condo. It actually has a nice view of the city. Should you be wise enough to, when hiding in the safe house, going out onto the balcony and being like, "My, what a lovely view of the city." And then, there's a swimming pool, a kid's swimming pool,
like a kiddie pool, just like in the living
room?
Like
one of those cheap plastic ones that goes when you
just
move it,
like in the living room.
How's that liquid smell in there?
There's a vague hint of formaldehyde.
No.
Nope.
And the pool is covered. It's okay. The pool is covered.
Oh yeah, that makes it way better.
Yeah. If you're gonna do an autopsy, my guy, there you go.
No. Yeah. Just put it on top of the kiddie pool. A blue, one of those crinkly blue tarps has been spread out over the pool, and it has been stapled onto the edge of the pool, and then written hastily in a dark ink on top of the pool are symbols, sigils. It's hard to tell, really, scattered across the blue tarp. Lying on the
Looks
couch.
Like we're leaving that alone.
Big old bucket of nope right there.
Yep.
Oh, it's more than a bucket.
It's a kiddie pool of nope.
So, you have been here for a couple of hours, studying the various bits of information that you pulled from the safe that was located in Woodson's house. Agent Typo has also been frantically working on restoring elements of the laptop that she pulled, and like I imagine that's kind of like I imagine the entry. There's sort of the open kitchen, and then the living room, and then the kiddie pool of nope, and then like to the left is probably the bathroom, and then to the right you've got like I'd say two bedrooms, sort of off of short hallways. So what have you been doing in those hours since you got here?
Probably putting the body in the bathtub, calling the little number in the wall, and letting him know there's a B&B situation.
Okay. Oh. Where is the burner phone taped? Tugboat.
Back of the shower curtain?
I was thinking under the toilet seat lid, like the back tank.
Yeah, you pop off the back tank. There's a big Ziploc bag with an old flip phone inside of it. There's one razor number. Yeah. You hit it. And there's a call, or it rings once, it rings twice, and then it goes to a voicemail that just says, "You know what to do." Beep.
Team, staying here for question mark length of time. We have a soon-to-be rotting package, and there seems to be a pool here of unknown origins.
Out and clear, tugboat.
Okay. Cheeseman, what are you doing? Or what have you been doing?
Boy. I wonder if I have been trying to get a better idea, like calling around to Miskatonic University and seeing what other extra information I can get, and using my bureaucracy skills to just, kind of work the system a little bit.
What are you trying to get? And what is your bureaucracy skill?
70.
Okay. What are you trying to get here?
I mean, I think I'm just trying to find literally any other files that might have been left after the fire that we've been reading about. And more than anything, just aiding everyone else who is digging through the information, I guess.
Okay. All right. We'll get back to you in a second. Tower, what have you been doing?
I think that I've been trying to monitor and secure our perimeter and where we are. So basically trying to keep an eye on things, make sure that we are not being watched.
Has anybody performed first aid on you yet?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Maybe we should do that first. I forgot that you were that injured. We should do that.
Who has?
Does anyone have first aid?
I got a 30.
I got a 10.
I got the base 10.
Oh God, it's me.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that.
Ollie Mankiller revenge. Here we come.
I'm gonna crit fail. I'm not. I won't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to. Oh Jesus, Rob, are you making me roll this? Am I rolling this?
Yes, you are. Absolutely. You're absolutely rolling a 30. Come on.
I can't do it. I don't want to do this. Oh God. Oh my God, I got a 28.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I was so ready to roll up a new character.
Wow.
I feel like it's maybe on our next AMA we'll have to address what the backstory is between the tension of Tawny and Tony first aid rolls. So Tony, go ahead and roll a d4. Please don't yell because it apparently scares your dice. And tell me what you get.
D4, here we come. I got a 4.
See? So you gained 4 hit points back.
So I gave 4. Where is it?
I think you were down 6, so you're only down 2 now.
Cool.
Like they're
I'm at My current's at 7, so.
Right, but you had lost 6, I believe, because I remember I hit you for max damage.
Gotcha.
Because I rolled my skull then too. So Teaspoon, I think this might actually be a good time to have maybe a old school team scene of like, what the hell's going on? I don't know. What do you know?
Yeah.
Because
in the bathroom, I would assume we're using the kitchen because it's like the cleanest we can get. Like I've got the kitchen table swiped off and he's like laying on it. He's probably up
on the countertop and got his like shirt up, and you're like, nice. you took a first, like, when you tell me when
I'm over here like I went through medical school, Tower. Don't worry about this. We've been here before. You went to med school? I mean, yeah, I studied.
So do I just grunt now, or am I like sexist?
No, I didn't do med school. I lied. I definitely am just like, don't worry about it. I'm a doctor.
I watch every season of ER, okay?
Of behavioral analysis and sociolinguistics.
I feel like at 30, you definitely have taken some kind of like course, but this is the first like, all right, kid, you're, so let's see if you can translate that.
Yeah.
I feel like maintaining, like, you don't really have to shift Tower's behavior. Mm-hmm. It's just more of a like, I feel like maybe he's just maybe a little grumpier, like, mm-hmm. like, very like Elliot from Leverage, kind of like,
He might be kind of unbearable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like we get him up on the counter and I'm just like, all right, Tower, don't worry about this. I'm a doctor, right? I have 2 doctorates. This is fine. And of course, Teaspoon's more telling herself this.
Yeah. You see her hands shaking as she's opening up the first aid kit.
Oh, okay. I see this is going to go well then.
It's good. This is fine. I took that class on wilderness first aid last year. Jack thought it would be a good idea before we went hiking. And so here we are.
Do you need a shot of whiskey? Can you please stop shaking? You're really making me nervous.
I'm not shaking.
My mom is taking pictures because this is great.
I think your eyes are wavering because I'm not shaking.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see how the stitches come out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Deep breaths, Tower. Deep breaths, Tower. We're breathing through this.
You or me.
Yeah, no, it's me. It's definitely me. I'm the one. It's me.
And the time that she takes to stitch it up, it's actually pretty close to the textbook. Yet another thing that Dr. Ellis Mandel does very, very well.
Thank fuck for that.
Typo, what have you been doing?
I've been tearing apart this laptop, and I feel like Typo brought along like her travel kit for hacking. So she probably had like a modem and everything that she would hook up anything that she was trying to get into if she can get her hands on something and bring it back.
Now, as I recall, your hacking stuff is split into 2 skills, correct? It's SIGINT for like software and computer science basically for like hardware, kind of like that's the split that I sort of saw. What I'm going to want you to do is just so I know what you have to roll. What is your SIGINT?
My SIGINT is 81.
Oh, okay. Well, so maybe you don't have to roll that. Instead, so in Delta Green, another difference between Delta Green and Call of Cthulhu is if your skill is high enough, you don't have to roll it. It's assumed that you are good enough at what you do that you just do the thing. In this case,
my dice a little break.
yeah. In this case, you discover, or you're able to get into Woodson's email fairly easily, and you discover that kind of his travel itinerary for a little bit. You find that he has airline tickets, rental car agreements, hotel receipts, indicating that he traveled to Los Angeles last year, and then went to Arkham, Massachusetts towards the end of last year, kind of over the Christmas, New Year sort of break. And then he very recently traveled to Belize, and about a few weeks ago. And there's also a contract for a safety deposit box in the First National Bank of Arkham, Massachusetts. So for reconstructing the hard drive, what is your computer science?
80.
Okay,
nice.
So
did I build out this character as a hacker character? I'm not sure. I don't know.
So I'm gonna just give you the whole thing from Woodson's laptop. I'm sending you the folder with the pertinent information. Most of those documents are like scans of books. I think most of them are. Let me double check them really quick here. The first 3 are like scans of books, whereas the last 2 are like, one is an article, and the other one is looks like a scan of some notes that he had taken on some kind of translation of something. Time bomb. Can you give me an alertness roll?
Yeah, I can do that.
Awareness? Alertness, yeah.
I failed.
Okay, so go ahead and mark that so you can possibly improve that later.
Failure is a chance to learn something new.
Add some points to it later.
Tugboat, can you also give me an alertness check?
Yes.
Podcast listeners
also failed.
I'm loving Jordan's face right now because she is like, those are 2 failed alertness checks. So go ahead and mark that as well.
Tower can probably be paying attention while I'm stitching up his.
I don't think he is.
Okay. It was worth a try.
Like he's stitched up, and I'm assuming Tower is basically monitoring the window leading out into the balcony. He's not worried about internal threats. Not that I'm saying that there are internal threats. I'm just pointing out,
Chekhov's
staples
pool
over that tub. It's fine.
You guys don't have a random pool with a tarp stapled over it in your house? What do you think's behind me right now?
Mine's in my garage. Duh.
Oh, yeah, that does help them hibernate in winter, I guess.
Mine looks like a colonial drum.
So you have also had a chance to look at the various clue pieces. So now is a great time to discuss what you found during your studies.
Right now?
Yes, you guys can talk now. It's okay.
Well, we received an urgent message, not an urgent message, but a message to not pursue any further. I'm assuming that we are going to ignore that warning.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the hieroglyphics that were beneath the "to whom it may concern, y'all should not follow this." It indicates that Green Jaguar or First Jaguar or one of the hero twins, he did it in the first 2 on the left in vertical. I'm guessing it's the other of the hero twins, considering that the left half of the hieroglyph does not match the exact hieroglyph that is on the rendering of a hieroglyphic inscription illustration. So it is probably the opposite of the green jaguar or first jaguar, being the other hero twin, and the indicator of he did it, which you can see the subject indicator on the second row to the left on the rendering of a hieroglyphic inscription. The first row on the don't pursue everything to the right, upper right corner, looks like it might be a date indicator because it has many of the same patterns as the date indicator on the upper left of the rendering of a hieroglyphic inscription. And I almost think the lower right of the do not follow me might be something in regards to bird people, but that is a complete guess because I don't see anything in a rendering of a hieroglyphic inscription that actually relates anything similar to it, except there is the mention of bloodfish and also people of the fish, which does give some sort of indication of a relation to an animal. And if you take a look at the hieroglyphic that is on the do not follow letter, it does appear that there is some sort of bird and almost some sort of feather-like thing, which might indicate us some sort of bird people.
All right.
I mean, that's what I got out of it, at least.
Time bomb. You mind going over that a little bit slower? Because from what I read, I gathered frog people and a place that they burned down that had a lot of cocoa trees and something about a fire in a university library with some stolen tablets. So I mostly got frog people on my end.
Oh, the fish people. Yeah, that was there was a recent translation from like 1990 that indicated there might have been fish people in the Mayan culture. I believe the place that burnt was El Cacao.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up sounding with cave fornication and blood drinking. That's like
yes, the bloodfish, cool, right? The bloodfish, for the Holy Blood Lord, I believe it was, of the fish people.
Are we sure these aren't aliens? I feel a lot more comfortable with aliens than people that have been underwater for a really long time.
I mean, they're just fish people.
So just to make clear what the cell is going through, there were 3 folders, well, 2 folders, 1 envelope, and a laptop that they pulled from Woodson's house. 1 folder was marked Miskatonic, 1 folder was marked Xanthu, 1 folder, or the envelope had "in the event of my death" written on it, and then the laptop that Typo pulled additional documents from.
And just to clarify, so the key that we found, none of this is from like that safe deposit box. We still need to maybe figure that out.
You definitely haven't cracked open the safe deposit box.
I just want to make sure that that's something that's unresolved as of yet, and that I didn't miss something somewhere. Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I found the bank.
It was really fast, and I was just like...
I think I found the bank, if that makes you feel better. The First National Bank in Arkham, Mass. I pulled that out of Woodson's email.
Just wondering if we can find a way to send either a copy of the key or something and get someone to go out there and open it up for us.
Why not go ourselves?
I don't know if we want to expose some outside people.
Country, ain't it?
We can take a plane.
I mean, we could, but...
Or a boat, or a train, or a car, or a bus, or we can walk.
I don't have the holodeck built out yet, or else I would suggest that since we're listing vehicles of transportation.
Or a bike, or a tandem bike.
I did skateboarding for a little bit.
Did you take something when I stitched you up, or like...
I may have taken a couple swigs of stuff. But were unidentifiable.
Wise.
I just took like 2 sips out of the pool. It's fine.
It was sitting right there.
Rob, what do the glyphs on the pool look like? Because Time Bomb would like to take a look at them and take pictures of it.
Okay. Give me, do you have the occult skill?
I have some
at 10%, yes.
I have 20.
Okay. Anybody who wants to take a look at the symbols, go ahead and give me an occult roll.
Oh, this is.
I also have Latin, if that helps.
I got a 77.
What do you know? I failed.
Oh, that's a crit fail, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
I got a 5.
I got a 7.
Or 105.
It's a 5.
Got a 5.
Okay.
Yep.
I swear, 5. Tony,
they only go up to 100.
Someday, Tony, we are going to do a short video of let's teach everybody how to read their dice.
They're percentile.
Like we have degenerated from we can't do math to we can't read dice.
I already couldn't do that, but I could tell the difference between the 5.
That was Tower. That wasn't me.
Oh, that's right. You're unbearable now. I forgot.
All right. Here's what happens. So everybody is looking at the pool. Suckers.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Pictures.
Damn it.
Those of you who succeeded recognize the symbols. Well, it's like they're offshoots, like the ones that you know are from specific mythologies, but these are slightly different in that, maybe the circle in one is a little more oblong, or the one there's a slash up here that maybe should be over here. So it's kind of like recognizing a root word in a foreign language. If you're listening to a foreign broadcast and you hear Coca-Cola, you're like, hey, I know that. And what you recognize, Tugboat and Tower, did anyone else make that occult roll, or was it just those two guys? These are symbols of protection and warding.
Can we tell which way they're directed? Protection from people touching it, or protection from things getting out?
That one. They are painted on top to keep something inside the kiddie pool.
Well, that's one way to do it.
And that's when a hand starts to press up against the tarp.
Yeah.
And all 7 of its fingers start to shape.
It's just a cat.
Aliens.
It's just a cat.
Aliens.
And push towards Teaspoon.
What? Teaspoon?
They can sense you. They can sense you.
Sense what?
I'm all right with that.
Sense what?
You're a monster.
I'm sorry. It broke up again when you said that.
Can we add more sigils?
The hand starts to push up against the crinkly tarp, and you hear the rustle of the tarp as it stretches and strains, and the sides of the pool fold in ever so slightly, and the whole contraption starts to rock a little bit.
Can I get some salt? I want to get some salt. Maybe I can put a ring of salt around it. Would that help?
Isn't that a demon thing? That's a demon thing.
I don't care.
So, can I have everybody give me a sanity roll?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
What if I drugged myself?
For Teaspoon. Because
This is under current, right? Yeah.
Yeah, under current. Let me know what you get.
Ooh, I got an 80 over my 66.
I got an 8.
Okay. Hold. Okay. Good night, Louise.
Why did you say hold?
Go. Bye.
Why did you say hold?
I said hold for them, not for you. Okay. And we're back.
Night, Louise.
What do you mean by hold, father? Should have just told her you were quoting Braveheart. Hold. Hold.
So everybody who made it loses 0 sanity. Everybody who failed loses 1.
Cool.
And Teaspoon is just golden regardless.
No, Teaspoon, you're gonna want to roll a D6 and tell me what you get.
A D6, you say?
Mm-hmm.
You get anything other than a 6, you die.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. That means you lose 1 sanity point.
Okay. I'll take
because you hear
no.
All hail the black goat of the woods with 1,000 young. Thou art blessed. Thou art blessed. Thou art blessed. Thou art blessed. And that's when the sigils near where this thing is pushing up against the tarp flare for a second, like a flash on a camera shot. And the pool is lifeless once again. Nobody else heard the chant, though.
Did anybody else hear what the thing about the
more information?
And that is where we'll take our first cut here, or I should say our next cut. We'll be back next week with more exciting tales of adventures in greenboxing on our Delta Green playthrough of a Resection in Time. We'll see you then. Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.